John, J1, J8
speaks about Germany.
Hey guys, if you think about Germany, the first thing that will probably come into your mind is something like a World War II, Hitler, a Berlin Wall, or maybe something like the Autobahn, car industry, Michael Schumacher, or even Oktoberfest, Lederhosen, Brezeln. So those are the kind of typical views you get of Germany. What really shocked me is when I first came to the UK, I realized that people were just joking about World War II. They were just not taking it serious. They were just like, you know, making jokes about it. And one day there was like a football game and Germany won against England, and guys were coming up to me and were like, okay, yes, you won against us in the football, but remember, we beat you in the war. And I was like, yeah, whatever. See, in Germany it's really strict. If you go there and you like draw like the Nazi sign, you can get arrested for that. You can get thrown into jail. You really have to watch what you say in public, like in terms of World War II. You know, the Americans are still based in Germany, making sure that everything runs smoothly and no crazy German politicians get power. So yeah. And yes, Germany has the car industry, and yes, they have the Autobahn, but no, you can't drive as fast as you want on them because they have speed limits. It's not like just there's a whole motorway and you can just go crazy. No, there's like speed limits all over the place, and you have traffic and you have to slow down, and big lorries. You know, there's only like tiny little parts where there is no speed limit and you can go crazy, but it's just like a normal motorway. And yeah, the Oktoberfest apparently is something really big. Well, I guess it is a big fair in southern Germany, in Bavaria, in the town called Munich. Well, it's not really a town, it's a city. But I don't really get it why it's so famous. I mean, apparently it's like the world biggest fair. I don't believe that. And apparently there's like 6 million people attending each year. See, that's why I wouldn't go. Because 6 million people standing in line trying to get into this one tiny beer tent, and you're one of those people? Like, hell no, why would you do that? Just like the whole city, honestly, is totally packed with tourists. You get Chinese and Americans and Spanish people and Polish people. They're just like in the whole city trying to get to this fair placey, to this tiny little tent thing there. And there's like people in the cars and on buses and on trains and on trams and bikes, and they all try to go there. It's like a huge, massive queue. You have to queue up for everything. You have to queue up if you want to go to the toilet, if you want to buy yourself a ticket for the train. And then you have to queue for ages to get into this tent. And then once you're at the tent, you have to pay like $100 to even get into the tent. And then you're in there, and the whole tent is totally packed. You have to queue up to even get a beer, and then you have to pay like another $30 to get your beer and your brezel. And then you stand there in the middle of these crazy German people in their lederhosen and dancing and drinking and listening to crazy loud German music, and you can't understand the thing, and your American friend next to you, he can't hear you because it's so noisy. It's just, why would you do that? That's just crazy. It's just a stupid thing. I don't get it why it's so famous. But yeah, I guess it's one of these things where you have to go at least once in your life. And you know, you get all the traditional foods, you get the sauerkraut, and you get your beer and your brezel and your sausage, you know, white, brown, or black, whatever. You just choose the color of your sausage and they just give it to you. But what I advise you to buy is cheesy noodles. Now, obviously they don't call them cheesy noodles in Germany. They call them Kässpätzle. That's something I want you to buy. If you come out of the plane, you just arrived in Germany, I want you to go to the first pub, and I want you to go in there and order yourself some cheesy noodles. What you do is you go up to the waiter and you tell them, "Ich will eine Kässpätzle!" And you have to say it that way because that's just how Germans speak. You know, they have the whole aggressive, violent accent, and that's just how they speak. If you don't say it that way, they won't understand you. So just for you to remember, I'm going to repeat that for you. You go in there and you say, "Ich will eine Kässpätzle!" And you just sit down and have a beer and just enjoy your meal. And that's what I want you to do. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day, good night, good evening, whatever. Just, yeah. Take care, guys. See you later.
Yeah, John, J1, J8 Don't hide, come and subscribe!